undefined, soul's desire. You don't even know what you did. Now I'm on fire, fire, burning, burning out of control, taking me higher, higher, a feeling I can't hold on my own.
Well, hello and welcome to My Psychic Connection. Yes, it's me, Innerji The Metaphysical Crone, and I will be here with you for the next hour with readings, games, and so much more. But come on in, say hello, let me know where you're from. I love the interaction that I have with you all here at My Psychic Connection. And Jean is here, and Jean says, at Innerji, at Journey, hello loves. Hello Jean, it's so lovely to see you here. Yes, come on in, say hello, let's get some chat going during the show because I have an exciting lineup for you tonight, this afternoon, this morning, wherever you are in the world in those time zones. Now, a few house rules before we begin. The first, and Lexi says, Innerji, it's so wonderful to see you. Lexi, it is so wonderful to see you here as well. I get so excited when people talk to me. All right, so let's look at some of these house rules. Now, remember, we have our free 2-minute readings, but I have to stop when that bell rings. And we also have, if you would like to dive more deeply into a question, if you would like to have a longer answer, then you can donate. How do you do that? Simply go into the chat on YouTube or Facebook and click on the link and then type in your question. Now, whatever name you're using on the platform that you're on, make sure you use that name when you put your question in so we can link up your donation with your question and we know who we're talking to. So make sure you do that. Now, the choices for donations. We have the choice of the quick read, which is longer than the 2-minute read, but it is timed. And then we have the mini, the mega, and the medium, and they are all untimed. They take as long as they take to give you the information. And with the mega, you can ask up to 4 different questions. So that is a really awesome choice. Now, when it comes to questions, make sure they're specific. And the reason I'm saying that is general questions, it's best to go to our website at mypsychicconnection.com. We've got a wonderful range of psychic readers who can do the general questions there for you. The reason I direct you there, but not until after my show, please. The reason that I direct you over to the website is sometimes things will come up in a general reading that you don't want the rest of the world to know about. You might want to keep it private to yourself. So make sure you make your question very, very specific. An example of a specific question would be something like, I'm really interested in this person romantically. I'm not in a relationship at the moment. We are talking, but I would love to know if there's a possibility of a romantic relationship there. That's an example of a really, really good specific question. So please do make them specific. The other thing I want to talk about with mypsychicconnection.com website is if you go over there and you register, you sign up, you will get the first 3 minutes of your first reading absolutely free. Now, that is phenomenal value. So make sure you do that if you haven't already. And of course, share us out far and wide. Share us out everywhere. We want the whole world to know about My Psychic Connection. And Mahek is here. I hope I've said your name correctly, Mahek. Hello, beautiful Innerji and Journey. Yes, Journey is in the background there helping me along. And Tiara is here. Hi. And she's Innerji, exclamation marks. I know my energy just goes through the roof when you all start to talk to me. And it's Vanessa here. Vanessa is saying, I'm checking in from Chicago. Oh, Chicago. Isn't there a song? Yes, there is a song about Chicago. I'll have to go and hunt that up. And Monica's here. Hello with a beautiful heart. Now, games tonight. Starting right now, we have the emoji game. So start keying in your favorite emojis, key in my favorite emojis, which are blue hearts, and of course kangaroos, because I live here in Australia. The person who keys in the most emojis will win a special tea reading from me later in the show. Of course, the other game tonight is the Colours of Life game, so more about that later. And with the games, that is the only time I will do a general reading for you, so just remember that. And Danielle is here, checking in from the United States. Hello, crossing the date line. And Mariana is here saying hi. Hello, beautiful Mariana. Now, the other thing I'm going to do tonight, those of you who have been here at my previous shows will know that I've been talking about numerology and life path numbers. Well, and Emma Rose is here. And Emma Rose says, hi, Innerji. Hi, Emma Rose. Lovely to see you. So tonight we're moving away from life path numbers and we're going to look at numerology as it applies to your name. Now, up on the screen, and if you're on a radio platform, pop on over to YouTube so you can see the screen at My Psychic Connection Live. The numerology alphabet. What we do is we take the numbers 1 through 9, which are the base numbers in numerology, and then we apply the 26 letters of the alphabet to them. So the letters A, J, and S represent the number 1, B, K, T, number 2, and so on. So tonight, what I'm going to be focusing on is the vowels. I'm going to be focusing on the first vowel in your first name. So the vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and in some cases, the letter Y. Y is sometimes a vowel. For example, in a name like Myra, that is spelled M-Y-R-A, the Y is a vowel. If your name begins with Yolanta, then it's not a vowel because it's a Y sound. So just remember that. Y is one of those funny little letters that can go in both directions. So have a look at that as we go through the show and make sure you start putting in the first vowel of the first name. And I'll tell you a little bit about what that might mean for you. But right now, let's get this show started fully. What have we got first? Oh, of course, it's the lightning round, one of my favorite games. Where is the lightning going to strike this evening? Let's see. So how do you play? If you're here for the first time, welcome. The lightning round is all about just answering yes or no questions. So a yes or no question would be, will this happen? Won't this happen? Start keying in those questions right now. Will this happen? Won't this happen? It's questions that can only be answered with a yes or a no. Now, other times I will say undetermined. Either the information is not there yet or there's another reason why it's not meant to be known. So Mahek. Mahek starts it off. Here we go. Does Mohit love me? Oh, Mohit. Yes. Vanessa, will I be able to get a car before winter? No. Mariana, does Christian's family know his secrets? Oh, that's intriguing. No. Mariana, will I be okay financially? Yes, but. Mahek, will I get a lump sum money this month? Yes. Keep those questions coming. I like being challenged. And Danielle, will my job give me a second chance? Thank you. Let's have a look for you, Danielle. Yes. Lexi, will my credit card be paid off before the end of the year? Let's see. Yes, but. Monica, will my manifestation be fruitful this month? I love hearing that people are doing their own manifesting. Let's have a look. Yes, but for you as well. Mariana, will Christian confess his secrets to me? Let's see. No. Vanessa, will I win the lottery? Let's have a look. No. Adrien. Hi, Adrien. And Adrien says, hello there. Will my boyfriend and I still be living under the same roof by my birthday? Oh, no. Adrien, will this school year go smoothly for me as a teacher? No. Wow. Some great questions there, by the way. I love doing the lightning round, but as usual, there's always so much more to the story beyond a yes or a no, because our lives don't live purely on yeses or nos. There is all of the subtlety and the nuance that lies in the background. So if you've received a yes or a no and you would like it to be the other way around, please know. And Cassidy the card slinger, whoop, whoop, let's go Energy. Let's go Cassidy. Don't forget, you can see Cassidy tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So don't miss her show. She's amazing. All right. So what I was going to say was that with a yes or no, if you've got a yes or a no and you would like it the other way around, don't stress out too much, because it can change, because the future is quite fluid and you can take actions now that can possibly change that outcome. So be aware of that. And Monica's here and she says, thank you so much, Innerji and my Psychic Connection team. Thank you, Monica. And that's something I want to say. We are a team here. It's not just me on camera in front of you at the moment. There's a whole team in the background, and we have an amazing family of psychic readers. So, Monica, thank you for appreciating the whole team, because it is important. We are a family here, just as you are part of that family, all of you. All right. Now, and Mahek says, thanks, Innerji. You are awesome. Oh, Mahek, you're going to make me blush. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. So don't forget, start putting in the first vowel of your first name, and we'll talk about that as we go through the show. But for now, what have we got next, please? Woohoo! We have a mega reading from our beautiful Emma Rose. Emma Rose, thank you so much for donating. And just a reminder that a portion of every donation is paid forward to the Shriners Children's Hospital, a wonderful hospital that helps children in need regardless of whether their parents can afford to pay or not. That really is a wonderful, wonderful cause. Now, Emma Rose, with your mega read, let's see what we have for you. Emma Rose says, I'd like to know what I need to heal when it comes to my inner child work and finding my true and authentic self. Okay. And Emma Rose says, you're welcome. And she says, please tell the Children's Hospital that I'm sending tons of love. Oh, that is so beautiful. We are all sending tons of love to the wonderful people at the Shriners Children's Hospital. All right, so let's just pop Emma Rose's question back up again for a moment, and we will see what you need to heal when it comes to inner child work to find your true and authentic self. So let's put some cards out. The first thing and Emma Rose says, I told you we would dive deep into this question. I love it. I love it, Emma Rose. I love a deep dive. Now, what I'm seeing here for you with this first card is I've got the 6 of coins. And I do feel that, how can I put this? Your healing is about taking practical steps. I feel that you are putting in the work, but how are you putting that work out into the world in your everyday, in the moment that you're in now? Because lots of times we do healing work for ourselves, but we don't actually take action on it externally in the everyday world. We think about it, we feel it, but what could you do in your everyday world to change the habits, to change the emotional patterns that you have that relate to that inner child? And with this 6 of coins, it's saying you just slowly start making small changes. You slowly just start doing things in a different way. There's that old saying, if you always do what you've always done, you will always get what you've always got. Now, it's really hard to change patterns. So with this inner child work, this healing, it's about being aware of who you were as that inner child and how that inner child lives within you now. The next card I have is the Hanged Man. And Emma Rose, this is saying that you need to look at things from a new perspective. It comes back to patterns for you, my dear. It all comes back to patterns. It's almost like a rinse and repeat. And everyone's like this. We rinse and repeat habits because even negative habits can be our comfort zone. Healing, true authentic healing is not an easy path to take because we have to face ourselves. It doesn't mean we have to completely relive old things, but we have to face them. We have to be aware and acknowledge, because if we don't acknowledge and we aren't aware, how can we consciously and mindfully move forward with healing? So I feel that for you, it's about nurturing that inner child, but not be, and Emma Rose says, oh yeah, that is so unexpected. However, I graciously appreciate you confronting me on this. Emma Rose, I always tell you what I'm seeing in the cards and what information is coming through to me. And sometimes it can be confronting and sometimes it can be hard to hear. But with this Hanged Man card, it's saying to me, Emma Rose, that you have the capacity to change. You have the capacity to move through this. The key thing I see for you is not substituting reliving the past and living in the past and constantly remembering the past and taking that as a healing process. The healing process is facing these things, but learning to put them in their appropriate place in your history, if that makes sense to you. The next card I have is the Five of Swords reversed. I feel that you're really struggling with this inner child work. I feel that there are things from your childhood that are still strongly affecting you. And it's almost like a piece of your soul is not integrated at the moment. So with this Five of Swords reversed, it's almost like you feel like you're failing, but you're not. You're not failing. You are on a journey of change. So please remember that. You are on a journey of change, and you are on a journey that wants evolution for yourself, creating a whole new you. And that doesn't mean letting go of everything in the past, but it's allowing you to be in the present moment, living in the here and now, not always referring to the old patterns of the past. How can you heal and become your true authentic self? It is about, and I've already said it with this card, the Six of Cups reversed. It is about letting go of the past. It is about putting it in its place. It's not that you don't forget it completely, but you don't experience it as though it's happening now. And that's what I feel happens to you, my dear. I feel that when you go back to things that have happened in the past regarding your childhood that have maybe, and Emma Rose says, if I'm understanding correctly, my inner child wants me to be just me and to shed the mask. Yes, but your inner child is also you. Don't forget that. This is you wanting, needing to become who you truly are. But what I've been seeing for you, Emma Rose, and I don't need cards for this one, what I'm seeing for you, Rose, is that you let other people influence you far too much. And that is because you haven't learned to completely 100% trust yourself yet. And that is part of a growth healing period for you as well. So in order to become your true and authentic self, one of the things that you can do is work on trusting yourself, learning to trust your decisions, making those decisions from the perspective of a responsible adult, not just wishing and dreaming, but looking at practicalities, looking at the reality of a situation, analyzing it, then taking it into your heart and feeling it. And from that mind-heart connection, then making responsible decisions. That is how the authentic, true you can come out, as opposed to listening to what John says over here, Cindy says over here, Bob, one of your schoolmates from 10 years ago said about something. You're letting all of that still affect you. So with this inner child work, yes, we want to nurture our inner child. We want to take our inner child into our heart and care for that inner child. Let that inner child know that she is safe and secure. But you as the adult also have to learn how to trust yourself. Let's add some tea coins to that. I do hope this is resonating for you, because this is a deep dive for you at the moment. This is beautiful. I've got the tea coin of the angel. Emma Rose says, the funny thing is my mum has a friend named Cindy. Laugh out loud. Yeah, interesting connections, aren't they? So I've got the angel here. And so I do feel that the spiritual path that you're on is going to help you. Learning to trust the spiritual aspects is a good stepping stone for you to begin. I also have the teacup. And the teacup is about talk. It's about communication. And I feel that this is less about you talking to other people or having them talk to you. This is about, Emma Rose says, this reading is challenging my mindset for sure. It's causing good friction. Emma Rose, any change we want to make, any growth that we want to have takes us out of the familiar and takes us out of our comfort zone. And that's where you're at the moment. But it's through this that the change will occur, by being mindful and conscious of it. But with this teacup, what I'm seeing here is this is less about talking to other people about what's going on with you. It's more about you talking to yourself. It's about you talking to that inner child when you are feeling frightened, when you are feeling scared, when that inner child seems to rise to the surface. You can tell her, it's okay, I've got you, I've got you, I've got you safe in my heart. And then you can come back to who you are right now. And as an adult, then make your decisions, make your plans, take your actions. The other thing I have here is the mushroom. Mushrooms can represent toxic things because mushrooms can be poisonous, but they also represent the things that are hidden. So I feel, you said it yourself, it's time to take the mask off and be who you truly are. And that is a leap of faith, and it is a leap of courage. But you don't have to make the big worldwide announcement, this is the new me, come and see me, this is new me. This is an internal journey for you. And I think I said this to you last week. This is an internal journey for you. The world does not need to know about this internal journey yet. It's about you taking slow, putting one foot in front of the other mindfully and making small changes, changing the habits that are not helpful to you, step by step, slow by slow. How does a habit become a habit? Because it's, and Emma Rose says, people will pick up on the authenticity. They will over time. They will, especially as you become more confident and more sure of who you are. So just be aware of that. The other thing I wanted to say for you, Emma Rose, was that as you take these steps, know that it's just not completely steps forward all the time. It might be 2 or 3 steps forward and 1 step back. That is part of the nature of change. We want to go back to the safety and comfort of what we're familiar with. So whatever it is that you're doing with this inner child work, be mindful, be aware. Keep her in your heart. It's a great place for her to be, but put you as an adult in your heart as well, and know that you as the adult can take care of the inner child, can move on from any negativity from the past, and that you can then step out a little bit more freely. But it takes time and it takes continuous effort. Emma Rose, I do hope you found that to be helpful, and thank you for trusting me with your deep dive question. And that's an example of a donated reading. It's an example of how deeply we can dive into someone's question. And it's also a way of going beyond the question in a lot of cases. And Emma Rose says, thank you lots. You're so welcome. This is for everybody. I have found in my time of reading that the question that you ask is sometimes the most superficial question. In other words, it's not like it's a bad question, but it's just the one that's top of mind. But there are really lots of other questions related to it and stories underneath that kind of sit there bubbling in the background. So when we do something like a mega read or a mini, which is untimed, we can kind of go through the layers, starting from the question that's being asked and bringing up other aspects, bringing up other tangents that are related to give you a much fuller answer. So again, Emma Rose, thank you so much for your donation. It is most appreciated. And of course, a portion of that donation is going to the Shriners Children's Hospital. And if you would like to donate tonight, remember you can choose from the quick read, which is timed, the mini, the medium, or the mega, just as you've seen with Emma Rose. Now, don't forget, keep putting in the letters of your name, the first vowel, first name. But right now, ooh, drum roll, it's the Colours of Life game. And Lexi asks, does it apply to my legal name? I will come back to that when I'm talking about it. Great question, Lexi. Thank you. But right now, let's play the Colours of Life game. Now, before the show, I chose a colour. You can key in as many times as you like over the next 2 minutes or so. You can key in as many times as you like your guesses. Or you can use this as an intuition exercise where you use your intuition to see if you can pick up on the color that I chose. So I'm thinking about that color now. So think about the color and key it in. And of course, the person who guesses or intuits the correct color will win a special divination reading from me. But in the meantime, I want to come back to numerology, and I want to talk, while the answers are being typed in, I want to talk about a really interesting numerology for tomorrow, which is Thursday. It's the 8th of August. So it's the 8th day of the 8th month. 2024 becomes the 8th year. And I'll come back to this because we've got a winner. Jean, congratulations. Yay. The winning color is black. Back to black. Now, what's interesting about black is technically it is not a color. It is an absence of light, because the color black absorbs energy, absorbs light, and that's why we get black, but it's technically not a color. Quite interesting. So the meaning of black. The black offers protection. It's a wonderful color to have around you if you're feeling scared, if you're feeling vulnerable. It's also a color of, well, it can be an intimidating color. You think about movies, bad guys, the bad guys always wear the black hats in cowboy movies, that kind of thing. It's interesting, the social connotations around the color black, but it is also a power color as well. So I want you to see this as a power color. As with anything, there is always a downside. So wearing too much black for too long can lead to sadness, can lead to depression and pessimism. So be aware that if you're a person who wears a lot of black, just lift it with another little bit of color just to keep your energies up and positive. Now, congratulations, Jean. Let's do a reading for you. So I am going to use my hybrid oracle deck today, and I will add in a color card as well. So let's see what we have. Okay. It's time for you to take action, Jean. It truly is time for you to take action. The first card I have is Ignite. So this is about you getting your spark back and taking action. This is about you looking at things in a new way and starting something new. And it's about releasing your potential. Here's a question for you. Are you really living up to your full potential? Do you think there is more that you could be doing for yourself that maybe through fear or hesitancy you're holding back? Because I do get a sense of holding back. And it's about setting intentions for you at the moment. Think about what it is that you want to bring into your life, something new. Not something that you've dealt with before, not something that you've wanted before, something completely new. This is igniting new energy for you. And so it is about setting an intention around it. So I encourage you to maybe sit and contemplate, meditate, do a creative visualization to really go into your heart and work out what it is that you want next. Then set the intention for it, get your passion up for it. The other card I have, and I'm so excited for you, is opportunity. If you do this, This new opportunity will come your way. This is about expanding your horizons. This is about you breaking out. This seems to be a theme tonight, breaking out of old patterns and old habits. So what I see for you is kind of starting something new. It's less about changing jobs or anything like that. It's something that's very personal to you. It could be changing how you feel. And Jean says, I do that every day with a heart. Fantastic. Well, this says that you are well and truly on track. Let's do some color cards for you as well. Here we go. What are your colors at the moment? I'm interested to see if these happen to be your favorite colors as well. Okay. Ooh, I've got green. Beautiful green. So green is about growth. It's about healing. It's time to revitalize yourself. It's time to revitalize your energies. I feel that you need to get out in nature more and just get your bare feet planted on the ground and really connect and ground yourself. This is so important. The other card I have is beautiful. It's scarlet, the color scarlet. And this is about attracting success. So what I'm seeing for you, Jean, is to take some time out for yourself to really contemplate what it is that you want to do next, what it is that you want to bring in. Set your intention for it. Get out in nature, ground it, take action on it, and the opportunity will come your way. And congratulations on being tonight's Colours of Life winner. And of course, I will be back with more Colours of Life again next week. I do hope you enjoyed it. Now, are you putting in the vowels of your first name? Now, Lexi asked a great question before. Is it your legal name? There are different schools of thought on this in numerology, but traditionally it is the name that is on your birth certificate. So if your first name on your birth certificate is Maria, that's the name you use. If your nickname is M, then you wouldn't use M as in EM. So it's the first name on your birth certificate, and we want to use the first vowel. So start putting up those vowels, and I will tell you a little bit about them. And Jean has the vowel E. E equates to the number 5 in our numero alphabet. And E is, the energy of E tends to be really inspired and helpful, friendly, open. They like to take things on in life. But what I have to say about it is that that's the innate. It's about what is true for you. But sometimes the experiences we have in life and that nature versus nurture, it means that sometimes that innate ability, that innate characteristic doesn't always show through. But with the E vowel, you like to travel. You love the idea of travel. You like different experiences, wide experiences. Variety is so important with that first vowel of E. And lots of times, and it's interesting because we just did a reading for you on opportunities, usually the E, and Jean says, Innerji, thank you, love. You're so welcome. I've got a kiss there. Woo, kiss back at you. With that letter E, you can have a tendency to see opportunities and things that other people don't notice or that other people don't see. However, as with anything, there is a downside to the first vowel, E, in your first name. It's important to not disregard responsibilities and duties and to take the decisions and stick with them. So that is the downside. But with E, open, friendly, good with change, loves their freedom. Freedom is probably their main word. So if you have the letter E as the first vowel in your first name, that's a little bit about you. And of course, that's just one aspect of what we do with a whole numerology chart. Okay, let's move on. What do we have next? Oh, lightning round again. Round 2 of the lightning round. Now, remember, we can only answer yes, no, or undetermined. So start putting in those yes, no questions. Will this happen? Won't this happen? Will I get it right? Will I get it wrong? Maybe that's undetermined. And when I talk about undetermined, it means that the information might not be clear yet, or that there might not be an outcome yet because there are other things that have to happen first. So when I'm doing the yes, no questions, I can only do yes, no, or undetermined. So start putting those questions in now and I will answer them for you. But while we're waiting for those questions, I wanted to talk about the number 8. Remember I was saying it's the 8th day tomorrow of the 8th month and we're in a 8 years. So that's 3 8s. So this is like a 888 energy. Here we go. We've got Mahek. Will I get my first client this month? Let's have a look for you, Mahek. Your first client this month? No. Adrien, will my team like me this year as we teach 2nd grade together? Great question. Let's have a look. Yes. Jean, do you see me getting married in 2025? Let's have a look. No. Mahek, will I earn a good amount this month? Will I earn a good amount this month? No, sorry. Lexi, will my divorce be final in 2025? Yes, but. Adrien, will my son stay in his current daycare until he goes to pre-K? Let's have a look for you. Yes. Adrien, will my finances get better before my birthday? Yes. Mahek, will Tiara propose to me this month? Ooh, let's have a look. Undetermined. Keep them coming. Kenny. Hello, Kenny. Good to see you here. Kenny asks, will I get a promotion at work? Let's see. Will you? Yes. Mahek, will I get married this year? Let's have a look for you, Mahek. No. Adrien, will my new class of kids be challenging for me this school year? Ooh, let's see. Oops, just dropped a card. Here we go. Yes, they will. Kenny, will I get married to a? Let's have a look for you. Let's have a look. Will you? No, but. Jean, will my new creative business idea bring me financial abundance in 2024? No, but. Oh, such a strong but there with that one. Kenny asks, will my financial life get better next year? Let's see, Kenny. Undetermined. Vanessa, will I get married to Craig? No. Nita, hello Nita. Will my podcast be picked up by a major network? Thanks. Let's see for you. No. Oh, there were so many buts on the end of those yes/no questions. They really were. Very quickly, I want to continue talking. And Lexi says, shout out to Journey, K Squirrel, and everyone else in the back making such amazing shows every week. And look at all the wonderful emojis representing each of us. Thank you so much. I'm sending kisses from the entire team to you. Thank you so much for that. We really appreciate it. And speaking of feedback, if you would like to leave a review on any of the readings you've had here, either with me tonight or with any of the readers here at My Psychic Connection. And Tiara says, a wonderful round. It sure was. You challenged me, that's for sure. But if you would like to leave a review, you can go to journeyryanlive.com/reviews. We always love to hear what you think, how the readings have turned out for you. And don't forget to share us out far and wide. And if you would like to make a donation tonight, remember all you have to do is go into the chat on YouTube or Facebook, click on the link and pop your question in, and I will be delighted to dive deep into your question. All right, let's take a look at what we've got next. And Jean. Jean asks, may I ask what or who is coming towards me in love in August? All right. Let's look at these last few weeks of August for you when it comes to love. I see you getting out there more, Jean. I've got the Eight of Wands here. I see you leading the way. I see a change in your energy. I really do. I see you putting yourself out there more. I see you getting out and about more. It's almost like you're taking charge. So I feel August for you in terms of bringing love into your life. It is about you putting yourself out there and taking the lead in it. It might be you introducing yourself to someone rather than waiting for someone to introduce themselves to you. But for August, I feel it's going to go slow when it comes to love. I've got the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel that it's going to be a slow move towards love. And I've also got the Hierophant reversed. I kind of feel that it's about you trusting your instincts when it comes to meeting people. So what I'm seeing for love in August is that, yes, you can start putting yourself out there. I'm also seeing that you've got to take things slow, be really grounded and practical. And I've also got the Hierophant reverse that says to me, you've got to learn to use your instincts more and trust your instincts about meeting someone. I don't see someone coming into your life in August itself, but I do feel the energy of it is starting to happen, is starting to flow forward for you. Let's add some T coins to that and see what we have. And the first T coin I have is the Eagle. So this is about you looking at love from the bigger picture. And this is something none of us really do that much, looking at what love means to us in terms of our life as a whole. Yes, we want that special someone in our lives. We want to meet someone. And I've got the bell. Jean, thank you very much for your question. It was a great one. Now, vowels. Are you putting the vowel of your first name into the chat? And Patricia has A as her first vowel. So remember, the first vowel in your name, in your first name, it kind of describes how you naturally approach things, how you naturally respond and react in life. And with that first vowel of A, this is a vowel of independence, originality. You like to be first. You like to also have a reason for whatever it is you do. And this applies to anyone who has a first vowel of A in their first name. You'd like to know, why am I doing it? So one of your favorite questions is why? Why am I doing this? Tell me why I'm doing it, and then I'll get on and do it. Also very good at rationalizing, theorizing, working with that left logical brain. There's also enthusiasm here, because this number one energy is enthusiastic, likes to take the lead, and really loves making change as well. Similar to number 5 in that regard, that likes change, doesn't like to do the same thing for too long. And the other thing with change is that you need to really work with it. Don't resist it. And then, because if you resist any change, if there's a change, think, no, I don't want to do that. Then if you resist it, it's going to make you a little bit more aggressive rather than assertive in your defiance of it. So be aware with the letter A, lots of energy here, independence, taking charge, leading forward. Loves change, but it's change on your terms, not other people. So be aware of that downside of change. So that's a little bit about the vowel A in your first name. And Jean says, thank you for your time and insights, love. Jean, you are so welcome. You truly are. All right, let's take a look. What have we got next? And we have Vanessa. Hi, Vanessa. Lovely to see you again. Vanessa says, Craig and I have been together for 1.5 years. What do you see for our relationship in the future? Another example of a great specific question. So the future of your relationship with Craig. Let's have a look. So I'm going to look at between now and the end of the year, the first half of 2025 and the second half of 2025. I'm also going to look at any challenges or obstacles, and I'm going to look at the positives of it. So what I'm seeing for the rest of this year with the Ace of Wands is I see the spark is still there. There's plenty of room for growth. I see that You've been together for a year and a half, but I feel it's ready to go to the next level. So I see a lot of growth happening in this relationship between now and the end of the year. I see that there is still a lot of passion there as well. As we move into the first half of 2025, I see the Knight of Swords. So I kind of feel that the relationship is going to charge forward. But what you've got to be careful with it in charging forward is that you don't get so caught up in moving things along quickly that it creates communication issues. Because in terms of the challenges, I've got the Five of Wands. So I do see communication issues if you try and push too hard, too fast, going into 2025. So just be aware of that. Just know that things are growing. Know that there is opportunity for expansion in this relationship and that the spark and passion is still there. When we go into the second half of 2025, I love this card for you. I absolutely love it. It's the Temperance card. I see things balancing out. I see this relationship moving forward in a very, very positive way. And in speaking of positives, I also have the Three of Wands here. So I see you both. And I got the bell. I do hope you found that to be of help, and thank you so much for that great question. Now, don't forget to share us out far and wide. If you're not subscribing to YouTube yet, our YouTube channel, get on there and subscribe. Make sure you hit all the likes, and of course, make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can keep track of all that's going on, because we have amazing YouTube shorts happening every single day at My Psychic Connection. We have the card of the day with Cassidy the Card Slinger. And Vanessa says, thank you so much for the smiley face. You're so welcome. We have Cassidy the Card Slinger with her card of the day. We have Journey Ryan with his amazing angel numbers. They are phenomenal. They are so deep. And then we also have Kay the Intuitive Empath with her Alice Time reading of the day. And of course, I'm there doing a combination of the Numero Tarot reading every day. So you don't have to miss out on My Psychic Connection at any time. We're always there for you. Okay, let's move on. Let's see what we've got next. And Lexi. Hi, Lexi. And Lexi says, hey, Innerji. I'm just wondering if you see my husband deciding to stay in Australia, or do you see him wanting to move back to America? Thank you. All right, well, let's have a look, first of all, at I'm going to do it as a comparison. I'm going to look at Australia versus the US in terms of where he may decide to live. So we're going to look at Australia first, and then we're going to look at the US. I feel he's homesick. I think part of it is to do with the fact that he feels homesick. With staying in Australia, I've got the world reversed. So that's saying to me he's feeling somewhat constricted here. I feel like he hasn't fully settled in here, and that is part of the problem. I do have the Five of Wands here, and I do see him wanting to return to America. But whether he wants to return permanently or not, that's the thing. That's what needs to be decided. That is the unknown at the moment. But certainly he is missing the US. Going back to America, for him, I've got the Temperance card. For him, that's where he feels balanced. That's where family is. That's where other friends are. That's where he feels settled. And Lexi says, yes, he's very homesick. We've booked flights for him back, but he will only be visiting. He hasn't decided yet. Yeah, and it is an unknown at this stage. And Lexi says, haha, so on point. Thank you, Lexi. Appreciate that. And that's the thing about it. He's really going to need to go back and see what it's like again to determine whether that's where he wants to stay or not, or whether that's where he wants to live. Lots of times when we move to a new place, the settling in period can be really difficult and can take a long time. But then when we go back, we find things when we go back aren't quite the same either. And that's why it's kind of an unknown at the moment. The other card I have, and Lexi says, exactly, yes. And I've got the Hanged Man reversed. So I kind of feel for him, he's wanting the tried and true, and I'm sorry, got the bell. Oh, there was so much more to that, but thank you so much for your question. Now, earlier I was talking about the number 8 being the 8th day, the 8th month, and we are in a year 8. So these 3 8s bring a very, very strong energy for us. And Lexi says, thank you so much. You are very welcome. And with this energy of 8, for tomorrow, there's going to be a strong focus on what it is that you want to achieve. There's going to be a strong focus on work and career. There's going to be an even stronger focus on the financial side. So use this 888 energy in order to look at your plans for your career, to look at what's happening in your work that you want to achieve. What successes are you looking for? What financially do you want in the future? Because the energy is so strong. Now, these 888s reduced down to the number 6, because 3 8s are 24, 2 and 4 is 6. So the way to go about this 8 energy tomorrow, this strong 888, is to do it in a responsible way, to do it in a harmonious way. Don't push like a bull at a gate. Take it slow, be gentle, go with the flow. Give yourself time out and don't force anything. So that's a little bit for the numerology for tomorrow, Thursday, the 8th of August, 2024. Let's see what we've got next. And we have Adrien. Adrien asks, will my new team and I get along while teaching 2nd grade this year? Thank you, sweet energy. Well, thank you for your question, sweet Adrien. So will the teaching group get on well for the 2nd grade? Let's see what that looks like. So I'm going to see how it starts out once you've been teaching together for a few months, working together for a few months, and we'll look at the challenges and the positives there as well. So, okay, it's looking good. It is looking good. I've got the 8 of Wands first. And the 8 of Wands says, yes, you will work together. You're on the same page. You're all heading in the same direction. You all have the same goals, because these wands are all in alignment and they're all reaching up and out. I also have the sign of Sagittarius here. And this is Mercury in Sagittarius in particular. So I see communal ideas. I see good communication. I see expansion of how you teach the 2nd graders as a group and as a group of teachers working really well. The reason I'm saying that is I've got the 3 of Pentacles and I have teamwork here. You will be working as a team. So I see cooperation. I see support for each other, which is going to be really important because, as I mentioned before, those 2nd graders can be a little bit challenging coming in. I also have the 4 of Swords here, and this represents reward and rest after effort. So I see the year filling out in a very successful way and in a very peaceful way. I don't see too many discussions or debates or disagreements. I do see that when there are debates and communication, it's about people putting forward clear ideas as opposed to do it my way. No, do it my way. I don't see that happening at all. The challenge for you, though, is that there are some things you'll want to do on your own. I've got the 9 of Pentacles reversed, and this is... Whew, we've got that bell again. It does come in quickly, doesn't it? But overall, looking good. And this, I want to talk to everyone about this. You know, when we look at working with other people, we get a little bit nervy sometimes, you know, how are they going to be, particularly if it's people that you've never worked with before and you're setting up a new team. You know, I always recommend going in with an open heart, but being observant, being friendly, but not revealing all too quickly, shall we say. It's about looking and observing and then seeing how you fit into the team and how the team fits with you. And because it's all about compromise, not everyone is going to agree on everything. So look at compromise when it comes to working with new groups of people or in new teams. Compromise that's a win-win for everyone, not just for one. Okay, let's move on. Let's see what we've got. And it's the emoji contest time. Wow, you were putting in all those emojis. It was great. And we have Tiara. You are tonight's emoji contest winner. Congratulations. Well, I have a very special reading for you. It is a teacup tea leaf reading. So let's look in the cup and see what we've got. So looking into the cup, we have a set of tea leaves here. I'm using my numerology cup tonight, by the way, and we have what looks like a seated person here. They're sitting down and they're looking down on another small person who's reaching out to this very, very interwoven, thick load of tea leaves. Now, they're both located between the number 4 and the number 6. So what this is saying to me is that it's time for you to step back. It's time for you to step back and really contemplate where you need to untangle what is going on in your life. This little person that's reaching out, this is you looking at it saying it's too much. It's too much to take on at once. But so stepping back and looking at it from the bigger picture and then looking at it step by step is going to help. With the two little people over the number 6, this is about taking responsibility. It's about your duty to make things happen. The number 4 is about taking action, about putting in the effort and the hard work. It's a very grounding, very practical energy, the number 4. Whereas the number 6 is about bringing in harmony. So what this is saying is it's time for you to step back and look at what is so entangled in your life that you need to start putting in some practical effort step by step to start unweaving this, to open it up as I'm opening up these leaves. And as I'm opening up these leaves, I see a strong stalk here. I see that if you start to do this both internally and externally, you're going to find your way again. You're going to stand tall and be true to you. Let's add some tea charms to that this week. And I've got the tea charms of the giraffe, the sword, the wishing bone, and the scissors. So following on from these tea leaves in the cup with that number 6, it's about looking at family. It's about looking at domestic things. The number 4 is about putting in the effort to untangle something that is very, very complicated. And it's hard for you to see where to begin unless you step back. And as you step back with the giraffe, you'll start to see the bigger picture, the bigger vision. It will become more clear and you will know what it is with the sword that you need to cut away. With this wishing bone, this is about what you're wishing for, what you want things to look like rather than as they are now. And the wonderful thing about the scissors here is as you cut away, you can reshape this situation around family, around home, around the domestic side of your life. I do hope you found that to be of help, Tiara. And once again, congratulations on being tonight's emoji winner. And I do hope everyone enjoys seeing the special tea leaf and tea charm readings. Okay, we're at the end of the show. Can you believe it? I can't believe how fast this hour has gone. First of all, I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing the vowels of your first name. Really, really interesting. I'll do more numerology again next week. And speaking of next week, of course, we have more amazing shows coming your way. Tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's our own beautiful Cassidy, the card slinger, with her amazing insights. Then Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, drum roll. Yes, it's Journey Ryan live speaking with Spirit. He is amazing. Then we move on to Monday at 10 p.m. We have Kay, and Tiara says, yay, thank you. You are so welcome. And Tiara says, love the tea reads. I'm so glad you do. I love doing them. Now, Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Kay, the intuitive empath. Don't miss her show with her quotes, with her Alice cards. Incredible. And then Tuesday, it's the whispers from the forest with our own psychic squirrel. And of course, she always brings a smile and at times a big belly laugh with her amazing jokes. And of course, she does incredibly heartfelt readings as well. And then I will be back at 10 p.m. next Wednesday again. That's midday Australian Eastern Standard Time on a Thursday. And I'm Innerji the Metaphysical Crone. I've loved being here with you tonight. I wish you all the best for the coming week and I will see you next week. Mwah!